Welcome back to these Manchester Save, and a save where suddenly things are starting to look up. As you can see, we have 3 games in hand. We've had a couple of games postponed, and we are 8 points behind Congleton Town, which means if we do win those games in hand, we will go top of the league. Now, obviously, that's not necessarily a given. We're doing better, but we have still got some way to go yet. Having said that, as you will see, we're in pretty good form. I did try a new tactic for these 2 games, which is why we've struggled against lower league opposition in those two. So much so, in fact, that I think I may have abandoned my plan to move back to 4-4-2 next year. That was the kind of the experiment, was to see whether that would work. I have signed a couple of fullbacks who I thought might be able to help me out, but as you can see from their average ratings, so I'm just trying to find them. Actually, Ben Johnson was okay, but where are the other ones? Scratch that. But as you can see, we have now gone back to our 3 at the back formation that we've been using this season. I sort of thought if it worked really well, then I might use it, but it didn't seem to work well enough. I'm still training it, as you can see, but I don't think I'm going to be moving to it anytime soon. It's time for that to change, but we will see how that goes, really, I think, and sit on it for the time being. As you can see as well, we've got 3 players now in our strikers who are playing really well. Yes, Javan Smith's form has dropped a little bit, but he's still got 12 goals, still got very good average rating for the season, and I'm hoping he can start returning to form shortly. Troy Whitcomb has started to return to some form. He's still not on the kind of form he was at the start of the season, but his last 5 games, 2 goals and an assist, is somewhat of a return to form compared to his really poor form for a little while, up till pretty much the last video, really. As you can see, still getting a few trialists in. I hadn't actually noticed this guy yet. Not convinced, but we'll see. We've got 4 more days to see whether his attributes might improve slightly. I think this is still the team I'm going to go with today. Jake Lovegrove is the iffy one. I'm trying to retrain him as a centre-back. I'm starting to think it might be a lost cause, and that's part of the reason why I'm thinking about moving back to 4-4-2, because that's clearly his best position at right back. But I'm not at all convinced, and Tom Miller would be a better option there anyway, I think. Although not good to see all those downward arrows either. So here we are going to go, I think. The only question is Casey or Ossay. I'm going to stick with Casey for the moment. He's been playing well recently, even though he hasn't done as well over the course of the season. Ryan Smith is another new signing since the last episode. Pretty decent. Again, I signed him with the idea that he'd play at left back. He has played some of these at left back. I think his first might have been 2. But then I thought when I moved back to this formation, I thought I'd give him a go. No, it was only 1. I thought I'd give him a go at central midfield, and as you can see, he's done a lot better in that position. So here we go. Let's see if we can get a crucial win here against Earlham. They are just below us. They're not really a team I see as a threat now, because I feel like if there was to be a title run, we'd have to stay above them. I think. I still think it's Congleton Town. I know, a couple of wins and then they'll only be a little bit behind, but I still feel like it's Congleton Town we have to be thinking about. As I say, if we win our games in hand, then we will find ourselves above them. I should apologise for the brief nature of the videos over this weekend. I caught up with myself essentially. I was a bit busy last week, so I found it difficult to get these videos recorded. Sorry, I'll just switch my sofa score off. There are football matches going on in real life as we speak. So yeah, I caught up with myself a little bit, which has happened a couple of times, and that's generally why I've got shorter videos coming out. I'm hoping this week, because I've got a week off work, that I might be able to catch up and get a few videos ahead, which may well mean that we get an extra season in, particularly if the level 11 database for FM20 doesn't drop this week, because obviously that is what I'm waiting for before I decide when my game is over. So if we have another season, then that will take us well past this week, and it's something I should be able to record during this week. So hopefully, with any luck, that might mean that we get 1 more year of this, which is good, because particularly if we do get up, it'd be nice to have 1 more go at the level above. Possibly even see if I can get into the Football League, so I may have a bit more time this week to play if the new database doesn't drop. But as you can see, we have made a solid start against Earlham. The play has been with us so far. We seem to have had most of the possession. Casey has the ball on the wing. Smith can't quite get to the loose ball there, though. Still putting the pressure on, and Smith picks it up in midfield. We've got a new goalkeeper as well. I didn't mention this guy Okafor. I did mention last episode that I was hoping to kind of level up my keeper, just like my strikers were level up by Whitcomb. I don't think I've quite managed to do that with Okafor, but he's not bad. So I'll just show you. I think he is the best keeper I've got, but as you can see, he hasn't had the best of starts. No clean sheets in 3, conceded 5, including 3 goals against a team from a lower league, and he has made. I've noticed a couple of absolute rickets. Now I'm going to hope that that's just down to being early in his career, maybe some nerves, that sort of thing. So I want to give him a chance. I still do think he is better. I'll just show you the comparison between him and the guy I've been using for most of the season, who is Billy Fisher. Okafor looks to me like a slightly better player. His distribution's not as good, but generally speaking, I think I want him to be sort of rolling the ball out anyway, so it's not particularly a problem. The aerial is the one place where perhaps there could be an issue. I just think it's not enough of an issue. I mean, Fisher is significantly taller, but to me, I think that the huge increase in some of these stats suggests to me that I think Okafor could be a better player. He's also a couple of years younger as well, and with his 14 determination, he should improve over time. Obviously, he's not going to get taller, but there's, I hope, enough scope for improvement there that he is worth keeping on at the moment. We will see how that develops, of course, and it may well be, particularly if we get promoted, it may well be that that's a position that we can further improve on next year. There are only a couple of players, I think, who would be kind of really good players in the next league, and here's one of them. But he's still not in the kind of form that he was in last season. Earlier in the season. Earlier in the season, he'd have tucked that away for certain. And it's been disappointing, really, that he hasn't really hit those heights since. Even though he's been a bit better recently, it's not Troy Whitcomb level. Harry Waterhouse has actually been our best striker this season. 20 goals in 31 games. He's looked really good. Again, I've said it so many times, his attributes suggest he shouldn't be good enough, but he really is. 30 goal and assists in 31 games and 5 subs really is quite special. A corner here for Earlham. It goes over the bar and get a goal kick. We are dominating possession, which suggests I think I can go a bit attacking for a little while, try and get that opening goal. It's a game that we could really do with winning. It is clearly going to be tight at the top, so it's getting to the point now where we need to be trying to win pretty much every game. And obviously we will drop points, but we haven't got much more room for error, I don't think, at this point, because we are so far behind, and of course the fact that we are playing catch up with regard to our fixtures won't help matters. Really need to try and get a goal quickly. Akinola looking like he's really motivated. He's been playing well this year again, Akinola. Really pleased with him. Possibly my best signing of this save. You can see he's pretty strong all over the pitch for this level. Won't let me click on him for some reason. I'll click on him here. And you can see 7.26 average rating for the season. Certainly league-wise, it's his equal best season ever. So hopefully he can push up and make it even better. And overall, he is having his best season for the club. So that's certainly a positive aspect of the season. But it's just that he hasn't quite had the kind of support he's going to need particularly from the midfield, really. Ryan Smith come into the central midfield and done quite well there. Before that, the loss of the central midfield was struggling a bit, and the defence and goalkeeper have been a problem all season for certain. With a throw in now, and we've been cut open far too easily at the back once again. But Wild makes a very good tackle. Just had a horrible moment there. I thought it might be a penalty, but no. Akinola, great ball into Smith, and it's 1-0. Fantastic from Akinola. I was glad I bigged him up earlier. Glad to see him deliver in this game. Fantastic run, found Smith, beautiful finish, and we're 1-0 up. We can just ease off on the attacking now. I'm not going to quite go offensive, because I just feel like that might invite pressure. We are clearly the better team in this game. Of course I shouldn't have said that. I know I shouldn't have said that. It was a stupid thing to say. Why did I say it? But oh well, I have said it. Get the ball, get the ball, get the ball. Darville crosses and Chapman's going to score. I shouldn't have said it. I knew I shouldn't have said it. It was a stupid thing to say. I know that. Sorry. And it's raining now as well, which can only be a leveller, I fear. I think some substitutes might be a good idea, just to freshen things up and bring on some fresh legs to try and get that win at some point in this half. Get Waterhouse off. I'm always loath to bring off Wickham just because he's so much better than everyone else, and he should really be dominating more. Having said that, I always say he's so much better than everyone else. I don't think that's even true anymore. He's been going down so far. It's frustrating that our coaching is so poor that that's happening. If you look at his development, it's a significant drop off this last month or two, 11.2 to 11, but they're all going down by sort of 0.2ish, 8.4 to 8.2. A few of them stayed the same, but yeah, it's not good. And a player that really did look fantastic, he's not playing as well as he should do, and he's dropping off, which suggests he'll never play as well as he did at the start of the season again. But he should still be good enough to score some goals for us. Come on. Holmes to Smith. Out to Akinola. Can he get another assist? Yes, he can. Jazz Casey gets on the end of that. Akinola having an absolute stormer. And hopefully this time he can hold on and stay in pole position to go up at the moment, which, if we can keep winning, will remain to be the case. Casey again. Be nice to get a third goal now to just close off any concerns. But instead it looks like we're going to be hit on the break, and Marsh is through, and it's a goal. See, this Okafor just doesn't seem to do anything. He's done that 4 or 5 times. He's been through, and he just stands there. I don't really know what the point of him is. If he's just standing there and he goes over after the ball's been hit. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly not great, but he should be better than that, surely. What is it that's stopping him from just trying to save them? Is it, I don't know, composure perhaps? Maybe he's just getting scared. He's a bit of a rabbit in the headlights perhaps. But the reflexes suggest that he should be able to get to things like that, those quick shots. I mean, I've got to go for it. We're going to get hit on the break again. I mean, I was on defensive, so it shouldn't be. This is currently on defensive. I've changed it. Yes, he scored! Finally, we have got something in the last minute. Oh, it doesn't happen often in this save, I tell you. Oh, particularly when we've already let a lead go. It's very rare to see us nick it back in the last minute. And this time, for once, we have done that. And that should be full time. Oh, that's fantastic. I have to say, I was really feeling like that defeat might spell the very, very end of this as a save, really. And this has, yeah, that's cheered me up no end. It's fantastic. Not particularly pleased with the defence, but some good work in the midfield, and the attack, obviously, very happy. Getting 3 goals in that game was impressive. Brad Wild, you can be angry if you like, but you played poorly. You're better than that. Come on, Matt. So that is the game for today. You can go through the table for you. So there you go. As you can see, we are 5 points now behind Congleton Town, ahead of everyone else with games in hand. 2 games ahead, 2 games in hand over Congleton, and assuming we win even one of those, we will have a better goal difference as well. So it's effectively 6 points. Sorry, no, 4 points. If we can get 5, we will be ahead of them. So that is pretty good to know. Akinola playing well again. Really has been my favourite player in this save. I wasn't sure for a little while, but now I think he is cementing that over the last few weeks. I know Waterhouse has done well, and I'm really pleased with him. He's scored a lot of goals. I will before the save is over, I'll go through who's got the most. But if you look through, every time he's got 20 goals plus. Every time he's had a full season, he's got 24, 25. He's already got 20. We're in February already. Only, sorry. So looking really good again for Waterhouse, and playing alongside Wickham. He's looked the better player, which looks strange to me, but there you go. Aaron Blakeman missing for next match. Get Chukwu on the bench. Got all these midfielders who are sort of decent, but not quite good enough. It's about 5 or 6 of them. You can see they're just not quite doing as well as they need to be sort of first teamers and first choice regulars. And that's something that we're going to have to try and fix either next season or in the higher league. So, when will we be back? 5 wins in a row now in the league, which is great. We did lose in the FA Vase, but that's not the end of the world. I didn't really care too much about the FA Vase nor the League Cup, although I did think I'd perhaps be back for the League Cup semi. So, can we see a team that we perhaps meet? Congleton are really now, if we're serious about winning this title, Congleton are really our only rivals now. So I think we've got them, of course, in the League Cup. We would, wouldn't we? We've got them twice. I think my next game will be Congleton. My only question is whether I do a double live com. I think I might, which means skipping 2 games, which I haven't done for a while. I think I've got just about got time to do a double live com for the next game. So the next game we will have a double live Congleton on the 9th, Congleton on the 27th. Hopefully by the time we come back on the 27th we will be sitting proudly on top of the league. Particularly if we beat Congleton, we might have pulled away a bit, because by then, even if we hadn't had our games in hand, we could well be ahead of them. So we could be kind of top of the league with games in hand, and that would be certainly something to savour. I'm just trying to think whether we might have had some of our games. I think it looks like one of our games in hand is in 10 days' time, so we might have caught up a little bit. No real sign of where the other one might be, because they're all at weekends. So I don't quite know how that's working out, but it might be that there's one week where everyone else plays and where we play and some of the other teams around us don't, because we know that with an odd number of teams in the division, every week there's one person that misses out just by rotational. So that's the sort of thing that would get made up easily after the Whitchurch game in hand there. So yeah, I will be back for the Congleton Town game, both of them, 9th and the 27th, a Congleton doubleheader, and hopefully it will mean that we are top of the league and in a final. League Cup, I know it's a different League Cup, but it was a League Cup that I won in my first season. It'd be nice to win the league and a League Cup in my latest season as well. I know it's not quite as important as it was money-wise, but it's £10,000. It's not to be sniffed at. 85 grand in debt at the moment. Is certainly something we need to worry about, and so that £10,000 would not be a bad thing at all. So I will see you tomorrow for my Congleton doubleheader. I hope you've enjoyed today, and I hope you'll be back tomorrow to see that. See you tomorrow.